Well, good morning everybody and welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you join me for the first time. This morning you join me in my local nature reserve. I'm going to have a quick wander around and see if I can capture any photos here. I think this video is going to be quite a short one, to be honest with you, this morning. Apologies for that. It's just that where I am now the pathways aren't very wide, so if I'm stopping to set up a tripod and a camera and trying to film at the same time, it's going to be a little bit difficult to stop and make sure I'm out of the way of other people walking around the reserve. I'll do my best. There are several spots that I can stop. I've been here before, so I know quite a bit about the place. So I will be stopping and trying to film some things, but like I say, it's going to be quite a short video. So I hope you're enjoying the footage so far. I've just walked along a nice wooden boardwalk to get this far. From here on in, all the paths are quite muddy and slippery, and there are very few places to stop. Like I said earlier, I'll try and stop as much as I can, take a few photos and shoot a little bit of video footage for you so you can see what's going on. But it really is a great morning this morning. When I left the house it was quite misty and foggy, and the fog seems to be lifting at the moment, so I probably won't get very many pictures of that mist and fog. This nature reserve really is a fantastic spot to be. It's not very big, but there are quite a few medium and large pools lying around everywhere you walk, which is great fun because there are many species of birds and duck here, which is great. I'm only here for the landscape photography, but if I get time I might capture a few pictures of ducks as well. Okay, so where I'm standing now, there's a big pond behind me that I'm just looking at, and I'm kind of out of the way of other people, so I don't think anybody's going to come past me and I'm going to be in anybody's way. Although I did see two women earlier who suddenly disappeared off the path and went through a no entry sign and carried on walking, and they've just come out from where I'm standing a few minutes ago, so maybe there is a way of getting through, but I can't see it. It looks a bit precarious to me, and I don't really want to try and go over there and end up in the drink, not with all this camera gear. But just behind me where this pond is, on the far end of the pond, just over here somewhere, there are a very small copse of what look like silver birch trees. Not very easy to spot from here, but I can just about pick them out at the other side of the bank. And what I thought about doing was probably getting a long lens out and trying to capture either a portrait or landscape shot of those. They're just standing, two or three of them together, quite close together, but they go quite tall. I'm going to try and set the camera up now and have a look if I can get a shot of those silver birch trees at the other side of the pond. So I'm stood by an old well at the moment. I hope I don't fall in. The path I was just on, where I was standing, you couldn't really get any further. The path was very, very narrow. It looked very, very difficult, very precarious to try and walk around there, and there were trees and shrubs growing either side of it, so it was virtually impossible to get through. I don't know how the other two ladies that came through there actually managed to get through without going in the water. It was certainly very tricky. Anyway, while I was stood there trying to get a photo of those silver birch trees on the other side of the pond, there were a group of kids with a couple of babysitters that were very young kids, with a couple of babysitters that were stood here by this well where I'm standing now, and I couldn't really do any more filming while I was there, and I had to wait for them to move on before I could get out and get off the path myself. So I've kind of been waiting around for a few minutes hoping to see if I can find another composition where I was stood, but there was nothing. I'm going to move on now and see if I can find one or two more spots. So I'm pretty much back to the start of the trail now through this nature reserve. I haven't really got that many pictures. I took one or two with this film camera that I'm filming with now, purely and simply because it was easier and I didn't have to get my tripod out and set up and block the path for everybody else. There are just one or two more little spots that I'd like to check out. There's one spot just as I get towards the gate where I can step off the path and have another look around the pond just there. But apart from that, I'm pretty much done for the day. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.